Hi everybody, it's Ms. T with Ms. T's Truth coming at you with another video. So I don't think I'll be on here long, but I'm going to do like a mini review on one of the topics that came up in one of my favorite shows, Ready to Love. So women, and look, I'm not just preaching to y'all, I'm talking to myself also because I've been very guilty and sometimes am still guilty of this. But we have to look beyond the surface, okay? Like when you are a teenager and younger, you're like, oh, he looks good. Oh, he has swag. Oh my gosh, he's this and he's that. However, this is the part that kills me. God created women or girls. We were more mature than boys. From a young age, we were always more mature. And I think it was significant. I think it was a definite reason for that. The reason was because we don't have a lot of time to waste. We are supposed to be using our brain, our intellect to be wise with our time, you know what I mean? And weed out the people because, boys and men, they approach us, you know what I mean? We're not supposed to be the ones that approach them. You can put your put yourself in the way of them to like get them to like chase you and things like that. But you're not supposed to be like aggressive and going after him and oh yeah, because it's a new day, so let me go on up here and hey, how you doing? Let me get your number. Like, relax. You're a lady, you're a woman. Be a woman, be a lady. And I think in this day and age, people don't want you to be who you were created to be, a woman, a man. Like, no, be who you are and stand in that, rest in that. Um, and so, like I was saying about, we were created more mature, faster than boys were. And that was for us to like figure things out at a much faster pace because the thing that this is the part that irks me, especially from watching the show. What a lot of women do, myself included, is you waste a lot of time. You waste time on things that don't matter. Men that look good, that sound good, ain't good from the door. And yet you give them an opportunity to enter into your space, enter into your time, waste your time. And then your good years, your 20s to your 30s, are just deleted because you have blown it on some joker or jokers that wasn't worth nothing. Then you wait till you get to about 30 when it's harder to have children. When you are a higher risk to have children, now you got to speed everything up because you like, I got to get married and then I got to hurry up and have these kids. And it's like if you had been using your head for something more than a hat rack, or like somebody said, a wig stand. That took me out. I was like, a wig stand, that's pretty good. But I mean, if you had been using your head for something other than just craziness and actually been strategic with your life that you only get one of, you only get one life, especially as women. It's really silly for us to go out here and waste all this time, and then when you get older, when you finally start to wise up, now you're looking for the nice guy. Now you're looking for the guy that you overlooked when you had your good years, when you was really attractive, when you was really fertile. Now you're looking, hey, pick me, save me. And they looking at you like, I don't want you. I want that 20-year-old. She look good. I don't want you. And now you're desperate, usually because time is of the essence, and you're like, your internal clock, which used to be here, it's like here. Oh gosh, tick 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 tick. Time is ticking away. And people start coming up to you, telling you, "Hey, you want to get married? You want to have kids? You want a clock? Come on now, baby. You got to make these moves." And now you have this energy, this desperate energy, because you don't have time to waste, and you don't have time to waste when What you should have and could have been doing was when you had the time in your teenage years and in your young 20 years, okay, from 20 to 30, you could have been more selective. You could have kept them legs closed. You could have been more strategic. And okay, he looks good, but you know what? I don't think he's really husband material. Or, he sounds good. But let me watch him, like Judge Lynn Toller says. You gotta watch him. Watch him a little bit. And then watch him some more. And then watch him some more. Because everybody can be all in the first few months, but you have to treat men like a job. And what I mean by that is, jobs, they don't just let you in sometimes. They go through a screening process. And then they still say, okay, we're going to put you on a probationary period. Because you might have sounded good, you might have looked good on paper, and you might have sounded good in in the interview, but we still got to see if you are who you really say that you are. And that's really what we have to do as women. We have to not just be listening. No, first not just be looking like, oh, he look good, he smell good, he sound good, he seem good, and then not just be listening to, oh, he might be the one, and have these little Tweety birds in our head like, oh, okay, uh already picking out the doggone furniture and the doggone curtains, and you not really listening to what he says, and maybe you are listening, but maybe you're not really seeing, does what he say match up with how he's actually living his life. And that takes time. That's not no quick step process. You got to actually sit there and watch this joker, like, okay, and in different situations too. You got to see how he is around his. Because guess what, baby? When you get married, for all of you that are, oh my gosh, I want to get married, I want to get married, I want to get married. Guess what, baby? It ain't just about you too. It's about you and him and his family and your family. So you got to think about this stuff. How are you with his family? How is he with your family? Uh, do you like his family? Does his family like you? And vice versa, and then you have to see him mad. Okay, how's he in this situation? You got to see him broke. Okay, how's he in this situation? You got to see him with a little bit of money. Or how's he with this situation? Is he stingy? Is he mean? Is he, when he's sick, how is he? You know what I mean? This is not just for women, but in this case, I'm addressing the women mainly because, like, men, like, what's his name? The Zaddy. Who was the one? Ron Isley. A perfect example of a man, how men are. Men can be 70, 80, come out, just get themselves a haircut, get themselves tightened up, and everybody, all the women like, ooh, he look good. And he still, sperm still can make a baby. So he still can do all of that. He still can get married. His shelf life is not the same like a woman, But us, it just is really silly that you're going to wait till you 30, 35 plus, and then get serious. When you go to the doctor, they're going to tell you, well, you're considered high risk, or you're considered infertile, or you're considered geriatric pregnancy. This is what the things they're going to tell you. So it's insane to see, like, some people you don't need to just live it. Some people you should be able to learn from other people's mistakes. And if you seen grandma and them done messed up like this and done waited till they was like 40 and 50. Well, actually, that's not a good example because grandmama and them, they got married at like 16, okay, and was married for 40, 50 years, but he cheated on her and all this other stuff. You know how that story went. They just stuck together. Not like our generation. We just, all right, I'm out. But even though we are getting married younger, older in life, we're getting married a lot later in life. You still have to be strategic as women and not just waste your good years being silly. And then the part with Ready to Love that really got me is some of these women, they've already been married before. They already have the kids. They're older, and yet they still doing the same silly stuff. Now, sure, we do have to be attracted to each other, and we do have to be compatible. But is that all you gonna focus on at 36, at 38, at 42? It's your second, third marriage. That's what we gonna do, and then be upset. Then you want to sit up there and be silly, because to me that's silly. You want to sit up there and be silly, and then get upset with the brothers, like, oh, they they don't want me for this. They have standards too. Men can have standards. Men can have things that they want, and especially if they silly too, you should be deleting them off your list. Like, okay, he's silly. He ain't, like Troy. He's 51. That fool up there wanting to just be on the scene. I was like, Troy's stupid. Troy is out here. He like, hey, ladies, I'm out here. All right, not you? Okay. All right, cool. Troy is like doing the most. And if you are even remotely interested, you need to be slapped. Like he done shown you from the giddy up exactly what page he on. Just the same like with AJ. That killed me with oh my gosh, AJ, he's so tall, dark, and handsome. To me, he's not even that handsome, to be honest. He's straight, but actually, to be honest, though, the best looking dude is Troy to me. But I just said he was silly. And the other gentleman that he seems like a better catch, and he's not bad looking, is the one that's the widower, whatever the term is when it's the man. The wife has passed with the two kids. He's not bad looking. He from the know you. I'm like, I don't know about that know you. I don't know about that. I don't have no offense. I don't, but it's like to me in my head, I don't know. That ain't what I like. But teach his own. But I don't know. We just as women, we have to do better. Now, everybody wants to get on Mr. Kevin Samuels because the thing that gets me, because my brother and I used to have these types of conversations all the time. And he said, one thing that he said was that men cannot say the same thing that women can say. And I agree, because when a man says it, you're just like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You get all in your feelings. And it's like, no. First of all, especially like how I think her name is Kyra or Kira, the one in the green dress, was all like patronizing the one in that suit that they sent home. You ain't his mama. What you doing? I didn't like that. That left a nasty taste in my mouth. I was like, who are you to be sitting up there schooling him in front of everybody? And I didn't like that. But yet if somebody would have schooled you like that in front, you would have had attitude. Yeah, it's gotta be fair. Women can't just sit up there, oh, I'm gonna just do this and you can't do that. No. Treat people how you want to be treated. Okay, the golden dango rule. That's the problem. People don't want to do that. They want to just do as I don't do unto you. No, no. If you can dish it, baby, you better be able to take it. And if you can't, then you need to chill. You need to chillax a little bit and cut all that out. And that's the problem that a lot of women have. They do these crazy things to men. They go overboard, especially my sisters, my sister girls. We do the most sometimes. Want to sit there. Yeah, no, I watched this video the other day on YouTube. I was outdone. I was like, I wanted to call her a rat, but I didn't. But I wanted to because I'm like, girl, you is a rat. Like you are a rat, and you cool with that? Like the video that I watched, and I know I'm drifting off already to love, but it's important for what I want to say. So this chick was sitting up there talking about the time that she got flued out by this creep. And she's like, oh, he bought me and my girl a plane ticket. First of all, she was doing all of this. Just, oh, everything was this. And I'm just like, okay, this that's okay. All right, cool. You're about 30ish, and that's how we're gonna communicate. Okay, cool. And then so she's like, yeah, he so he the man bought you and your homegirl a plane ticket, right? And then you're like, yeah, he lied to us. I thought it was an Airbnb, but it wasn't. It was his house. And even though he did this, this, and this, and this for us, uh, I ain't trying to be his friend like that. I wasn't trying to talk to him like that. I don't even like him like that. Okay. First of all, that's using people, which we're not supposed to be doing. Because again, treat people how you want to be treated. You don't want somebody to use you, so why are you using him? You already know you don't want the brother like that, so why did you even accept the plane ticket and for you and your homegirl? And you know you wasn't feeling him like that. But as women, we think these types of things are okay and everybody's supposed to be cool. Like, that's wrong. And here go the other part of it. We want to go spiritual. You reap what you sow. So you sitting up there using this cat for what he can do for you, knowing from the door that you don't want him like that. Well, guess what, baby? When you want this brother, this other brother, years down the line, he gonna use you. Not in the same way, but you gonna everybody gets got if that's the way that you plan it. But if you play it correctly, you know what I mean? At least I mean if you plant good seeds, you're gonna get good fruit back. But if you plant these wicked, I'm just all about me out here and well that's what you're gonna get back. Maybe not in the same way, but you're gonna get it back, baby. So and again, you're doing yourself a disservice as a woman because you are still wasting your time. That's time is one of the most precious, valuable things that we have on this one life that we have to live, and we don't get it back. And it's worth more than money. So I guess I'll end it off with that is that women, we have to do better. We have to be more selective, more strategic with who we choose to allow into our space. And if your goal is to get married and to have children, then why are you with somebody that you know from the first few dates that ain't nowhere near close to what he about and it ain't gonna work or y'all don't vibe like that. You know what I mean? So that's all I have for you. I hope this helped somebody. I hope that this inspired somebody. Um, and I hope it wasn't too all over the place. So this is Miss T with Miss T's Truth. Uh, Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not if you're not subscribed to my channel. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Hit the like button if you liked what I talked about today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.